Welcome back, Lindelof Nation. Game week 1 of the Champions League is over, and even though we're not in it, alright, it was absolute cinema. Not only did we have Marcus Rashford drop a brace on Newcastle, we also had Simeone and scrap a Liverpool fan after they scored a last-minute winner. But I'm not sure if this is true. I'm not going to check because we don't fact check on this channel. But apparently he said that the guy behind him called him the Argentine Arteta, which is absolute madness. Turns out this guy is a Geordie. He's got a Geordie accent, and he's a Liverpool fan, right? Which means I'm 100% with Simeone. That is an absolute valid crash out. I want to talk a little bit though about Mark. To Villa, this guy, right, is basically one baddie that randomly fucks with you for 3 weeks, and then after that 3 weeks is over, acts like you never existed. All right, but at the same time, you still hold a special place in your heart for that baddie. And Marcus Rashford is that baddie. Dunking on Newcastle. It should have been us, to be honest, and I wouldn't even be mad. So yeah, fair play, Mark. No, it's quite early to try and predict it, but obviously, you know, week 1 is done now, and I want to try and predict the winner. As I say, it's way too early to try and predict it, because if you look at PSG last season, no one would have predicted them to have won the Champions League on game week 1, you know, especially after losing all of their superstars, struggling a lot in the league phase, all right? And then they just came out of nowhere in the round of 32 and absolutely balled out. So, you know, it's easy to say it's probably going to be either Real Madrid, Liverpool, or PSG, right? PSG obviously beating out Atlanta 4-0, will look absolutely solid this season. Real Madrid, you know, they just have the sauce in the Champions League. Part of me is thinking, you know, you could see a repeat of an Arsenal-Barcelona final.